Hi, this is Randy. Once love, true love exists, it cannot really be destroyed. So when people say, our love faded or I fell out of love, um, either they didn't love the person in the first place, truly, or the love faded or it changed, but it's just not that romantic love anymore, which does not mean it's still not love. And a lot of times, males will think, and I don't know why, in this day and age, they still think this, that a relationship is supposed to maintain that high level of romantic love all the way through for, years and years and years. And if it doesn't, then they categorize that as, oh, I love you, but I fell out, but I'm not in love with you. Well, so what? Yeah, of course. Um, that happens with everyone. So if you don't already know that that's going to happen, if you're not, you need to expect that that's going to happen, because that is what happens. Romantic love doesn't last. Um, it can return at times. It can get fueled. It can be revitalized, but that takes effort sometimes, and that's just the way it is. And men don't seem to know that they need to make any effort, or that two people need to make an effort to revitalize romance. They think that it's just going to be there naturally, and if it's not, then now they've fallen out of love. Well, if they ever loved in the first place, then it's just that love has changed or love has faded, but it's still there, because if you truly love someone, it can't go away. The only thing that can happen is that you can separate, you can distance yourself, and you can be completely away from that person, no contact. But if you did truly love them, um, you'll always still love them, but it doesn't have to be active. So when someone's hurting you and you still love them, there's nothing wrong with you. That's just natural. If you truly loved them in the first place, but to save your own soul, you have to distance them, that's just what you have to do. And you don't have to keep sending them love. You don't have to keep trying to fuel your love from a distance. You don't have to keep trying to maintain it, but nonetheless, it still remains because you loved in the first place, and that doesn't go away. So there's a difference between, yes, you can love many people at one time, but it doesn't mean you're actively in contact with all those people, or that you're sexually active with all those people. So when I hear arguments about, oh yeah, you can love more than one person at a time, well, yeah, I mean, if you truly loved your first boyfriend and um, you're not with him anymore, he's remarried, yeah, okay, I see that. You still love him. You have love for him. That love hasn't been destroyed, because true love can't be destroyed. But you're not actively, acting on that love, especially when you're in another relationship and he's in another relationship. So, this love that people say, well, I fall in and out of love, and I'm not in romantic love anymore. Yeah, but you don't fall out of love if it was actually there to begin with. So, you can distance yourself from a person who's abusive to you and still have love for them. And that's kind of what happens when you were married to someone and you truly loved them, and there was a divorce. Even when there's a death, a divorce is like a death. And when someone dies that you love, you don't say, well, I don't love them anymore because they're dead. There's still love present. It's just that you're not actively together with the person. So the only way that I think one can maintain their integrity, if they want to acknowledge that they love all these different people, they love all these different romantic partners or past romantic partners. Sure, sure. If you truly loved them, you can still love them, but you're not actively seeking them out. You're not seeing them. You're not maintaining a relationship with them in any way. Probably not even a platonic relationship. If you were once romantically involved with someone, I think that would be also very difficult, especially on a new relationship. So I have gotten a comment or two about compartmentalization on behalf of people, or especially males, where they're supporting compartmentalization as if what's wrong with being romantically involved with one person, and at the time, in the moment, you love them, and then going on to another person and being romantically involved with them, or going back and forth because you're in love. Well, that's disloyal, and that's not love. That's just sex. And this is where men want to a lot of times use the excuse. I guess women do too. I just don't know any who do it. So I'm not trying to be sexist. The only cases I know of this happening is with men, where they want to say they love more than one person at a time because they want to remain sexually involved with more than one person at a time. And then they rationalize that this is love. And they should have never, if it really is true love, they should never get themselves in that position, because as soon as you betray one for another, you're in a betrayal situation and you're betraying love. So if that doesn't cause feelings of dissonance in you, I really will question whether you really loved in the first place. Thanks for listening.